And a former Obama-Biden administration Deputy Assistant Secretary of State. He joins us now live from Chevy Chase, Maryland, via Skype. Good to have you with us again, Joel. What do you make of what President Biden said as far as Iran is concerned? To start with, at least America is willing to sit down once again with the other signatories of the deal and get things moving again.
It's great to be with you. And President Biden's speech was very clear that the United States is back. The United States wants to engage Europe in a multilateral framework for many of the issues that confront the world, not just the United States. And Iran and nuclear diplomacy is clearly part of that. The context for the speech today was interesting because just yesterday, senior State Department officials in the Biden administration talked about getting back to the table, working through and with the Europeans to do that. And also the Biden team pulled back on snapback sanctions at the United Nations that the Trump administration had imposed in September that were widely rejected. So they're making moves. And I think now in many ways it's a test to see Iran. And is Iran going to accept the European invitation as well to get back to develop a process so that both sides can get what they say they want, which is repeal of sanctions and a compliance with the nuclear agreement. That's what has to happen if we're going to see anything move forward.
To what extent was the president's speech to the Munich conference our first good look at his administration's worldview, a view that will shape its foreign policy during its term?
Well, I was thinking about the way to describe this, and quite frankly, it felt like a make democracy great again, where Joe Biden really was making the argument that democracies and the rule of law are critical to our survival, our future, defeating climate change, defeating COVID, having a higher quality of life and a better economy for all. That democracy is at the root of that. And clearly here in the United States, we understand how precious it is and how close we came to losing it with the insurrection at the Capitol several weeks ago. So it was a powerful speech in that way, in stating America wants to engage, believes in democracy, is multilateral. But it also did hew to many traditional ideas as well, which is a coordination and collaboration and just a reset of sorts for America on the world stage.
What about his criticism of Russia and Putin, as he called him? He didn't even refer to him as President Putin. He said Russia attacks our democracies. Russia seeks a weaker European alliance. The U.S. stands up for the territorial integrity of Ukraine, he said.
Yeah, this is definitely a stronger tone than Vladimir Putin is used to. He didn't get any tone like that from Donald Trump. And Joe Biden and Democrats in particular are very focused on the fact that Russia has meddled in our democracy, has been trying to divide Americans through online engagement over the years. And there is a tie-in. And many leaders now in the administration have seen that tie-in between disinformation coming out of Russia and misinformation here at home in the United States and an erosion of our democracy. So I think Joe Biden didn't mince words, and he let the Europeans know that he has their back. He's not going to undermine NATO. He's not going to undermine the European Union. And he's going to talk tough to Vladimir Putin. And he's focusing on Putin. It's not Russia that's the problem. It's Putin that's the problem.
Always good to talk to you, Joel. Many thanks indeed.